Hello and welcome to the very first check-in after week 1 of this 100-day challenge. If you're still watching after this week has concluded, then thank you very much. Please do subscribe. It really does mean a lot. I'm assuming it's either going really well or going really badly, but either way, it's more so just for me to be able to document my progress. I mean, the biggest thing I've found so far, having done this with 92 days to go. 92 days to go. We are away from the 100 days. The first 8 days, we're on a day 8 whilst this is being recorded. I think it has been more or less the thing that's really motivated me. And with temptation, with things here and there where you would expect some sort of lapses to occur. I think if the camera wasn't there, and I know I'm not recording, like I'm not vlogging the entire day, much like yesterday with the going on pitch side, going into London, doing what I've done twice before, where I've ended up drinking a significant amount, not to the point where I can't get home, but it's to the point where calorically speaking, I think I worked it out. So typically I would go to London Victoria. That's one beer there, just while I wait for, kill some time and all that sort of stuff, which I don't really need to do. Then you get to where the studio is, and before then I go to the pub, have another one just to calm the nerves a little bit, and then have like a couple tinnies for the game, and then afterwards have 1 or 2 pints before going home. You're talking like five or 6 pints throughout the day, and that's, if you get in whatever specific beers, that's like 250 calories. That's well over 1,000 calories worth of beer. And the point is, like, not that it is a big deal. I don't drink every day, believe it or not. I know I bang on about it, but for me, alcohol is always the thing that ends up causing the damage, not the damage itself. It's not like there's a fucking alcohol problem. You would think otherwise, the way I bang on about it. But I know personally from experience that if I do get drunk to a degree, I'm more likely to binge, and then the day after binge, and then the day after that, I'm like, well, I've already fucked all my progress, so I might as well binge some more, and then before you know it, I've put on all the weight that I've taken off. Speaking of which, weight-wise, we are down 7 pounds. We are approximately 7.4 pounds, which is about half a stone. For those of you that are curious, which again, it's not very bad. It's not crazy. It's pretty good. But as a first week, a lot of you watching that perhaps struggle with losing weight, or think that losing weight is hard, I completely understand, and don't look at that and think, how have you managed to lose that much? There's a lot of variables in play as of right now. I'm ultra conscious because I'm on camera, so there have been zero in the way of so for me it comes down to two major factors: calories in versus calories out, and then also macros, but not too crazy, just as much as I've got, as long as I've got like a crazy amount of protein in and all that sort of stuff. I'm 6 foot, so I make sure I've got at least, I don't even know. It's usually like, what is it? 0.75. I just know over 150 grams of protein is good for me. I'm going to try and up it a bit more. Obviously this week's been a bit different. That's another thing as well. I've lost 7.4 pounds, and that is without really going on a walk too much. I haven't done any weights. I haven't done too much. We went on a huge walk today. We went to the park with Rufus. I'll try and put some footage in here now. But we had a great time chasing, throwing the ball and all that sort of stuff. Had him on the long lead, and he had a great time. We both were burning and getting steps in and all that sort of stuff. So I would suggest that from my experience, I think during COVID, I lost close to 30 pounds, or what's that, about 2 stone, just over 2 stone. So from my experience there, it's walking. Walking is your best friend. You don't need gym equipment. You don't need weights. You don't need all this elaborate stuff when losing weight. You just need to just walk. Just walk and don't eat enough calories to what you've burnt. Don't eat more than you are. Don't consume more than you are expending. Which I know for some people watching that, they're like, well done. That's how it works. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't understand that is the case. So if you are someone that struggles, then by all means, I understand. But it is a simple science. It's crazy to think what I would have if I'd done weights all week, but at the same time, inflammation, when you're doing weights, you're tearing your muscles. There's a lot of water retention as a result. And so you do hold on weight that you would otherwise have probably lost if you haven't done too much in the way of expending that much energy and whatnot. Yeah, I'm rambling at this point. Either way, I would say it's been a very, very successful week in the first week. Later on today, I'll try and include some footage of what the garage looks like, but I am, right after this, going to do a preview for the game coming up in a couple of days' time. And in preparation for the week, I want to have a clear gym and to get the weights pumping, because that is the next port of action. 3 minutes again in an otherwise very, very cold plunge, which has been cold all week. But 4 degrees today is absolutely the coldest it's been since I've done it. I've done it every single day, and I'm absolutely feeling better for it. I came home today. We went straight out pretty much at about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I think it was about 8 o'clock to go to the park. Didn't have water, didn't have any food, so it was a completely fasted walk. And by the end of it, which it was about an hour and 15 minutes, I was cranky. I was hangry. I was getting rather temperamental. Came home, weighed in, saw what was going on, was happy, did the cold plunge, and then as soon as you get in that water, all your issues just go away. Out of all this first week's experience, I would suggest so far is get a cold plunge. Get a cold plunge. You saw how bad I was at the beginning of the week, and now you've seen just how quickly the progress can be once you get used to it, once you get used to the breathing, once you get used to being in that sort of temperature for a longer period of time, not just in the actual thing, but over a period of time. A week is what it took me. Not even. It took me 5 days to get to 3 days to get to 2 minutes, 4 days to get to 3 minutes, and now I'm doing 3:30. Today was a bit tricky, as I said, because it was Baltic. But at the same time, I will wrap things up there. We are on to week 2. I will say it's what was it? I would say for those that are curious calorie-wise, because I wasn't doing too much in the way of exercise, I had to drop my calories somewhat. I was aiming for 2,000 per day. I've ended up with an average from 1 week today, an average of 1,761 calories for the week, with an average of 160 grams of protein, 146 grams of carbs, and 58.2 grams of fat, which if you're looking to get into macros, then that's your sort of thing, by all means. I think for the meantime, I ideally want to get back into getting more protein in the morning, but at the moment I am just having the porridge with protein shake and all that sort of stuff. But either way, 7 point whatever pounds. A lot of it's water weight, I know. It's now realistically that I've lost that water weight. It's now crunch time to carry it on and keep up the momentum. Hopefully, by the second check-in we'll have even more to talk about, and it can be a much more sort of like, we look back on this week and compare. And lastly, I will say 0-calorie drinks are your friend. Drink lots of water. Sparkling water helps suppress your hunger pains. If you have hunger pains, you're not eating enough, is what I would suggest. Eat enough to keep yourself sustained, but don't go over, because otherwise, it's a bit of a waste. And you're not really going to get anywhere. That sounds harsh, but that is the truth. The odd day here and there, but once you get out of the routine of being under calories, then it's pretty much a lost cause after that, from experience. I'm rambling now. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Until tomorrow and until the next check-in. Yeah, I'm down. Sorry, one last thing. With that, started the week £222. I am now £214.6. So, at that rate, we will be well into the zeros, and then we'll see where it goes. But I'm, taking each day as it comes. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Harry. Up the I'm so used to doing this as the thing. Up the chills. Come on, back in years.